We'll start with this session today now. I see a lot of people here dialed in, and based on the number of people who enrolled, there are a lot many who are yet to dial in. But in the interest of time, I think we have just 1 hour to complete all the topics, the entire details, and then we need to have a Q&A at the end as well. So all the queries that you might have, if you feel that you have any questions, please feel free to keep on typing in here. Okay, by default, I'll keep all of you mute because a lot of background noise might disturb the webinar. So I don't want that. We don't want that to happen, right? So by default, you all will be muted. In case if you want me to unmute you, you have a question which you want to ask, which you feel that you cannot type, please raise your hand or message me on the chat box. Okay, and I'll unmute you. If you feel you can type in your query, please keep on typing in. If it's with the context while I'm talking about a topic, and if in the same context, if I need to answer, I'll answer right away, or else I'll keep it till the end. Okay, so we will have I'll try to complete the session in around 40-45 minutes, and then 5 to 10 minutes minimum we will have the Q&A. So any queries, we will take it up at the end. Okay, so that's the plan for the next 1 hour. And the topic for today, most of you probably who are dialed in are looking to go for the PMP certification, to get certified with PMP. Okay, so probably all of you are curious that what are the upcoming changes. There are a lot of things being talked about. Okay, about ATP, PMI, REP getting converted to PMI, ATP, then PMBOK 7 coming up rather than PMBOK 6. So that changes effective from January 2nd. A lot of things are being talked about, right? So hope after this 1 hour you will have a lot of clarity, based on which probably you will be able to make decisions on what is the best steps for you. Okay, so that's what we are targeting to cover in this, just so that you can make decisions when to do PMP, whether you want to do PMP, what are the next steps, most effective steps, whom you should do it with. A lot of things you need to know the answers for. So that's what we will be focusing on in this next 1 hour. Okay, so before we get into the topic, just I want to tell you whom I am, whom you are getting the information from. So my name, I can see a lot of familiar names here who probably know me, but a lot of the names are there whom I don't know personally. So my name is Arvind Nahata. I've been working as a co-founder since the beginning of ProThoughts in 2015. I've been associated with them and working as a director and partner full-time with ProThoughts Solutions. Okay, you can see I have PMP certified myself. Then I'm I'm an instructor for disciplined agile as well, and I'm ITL Foundation certified as well. And then very recently, just last week, I became an authorized training partner instructor with PMI. So approved PMI instructor for PMP for the new version. What it means, you will understand by the end of this session. So now not anybody can conduct the PMP workshop sessions. You need to be approved by PMI as an instructor. Only then you can conduct the sessions. So be careful who the trainers are going to be. Now it has to be PMI approved. Please make sure you check about that. Okay, that's one thing. Now, and a lot of other things about, like, if I need to just quickly talk about myself in short, I did my engineering back in 2000 when Y2K happened at that time, and then shifted to US, did my post-graduation from Virginia Tech, and worked in US for around a decade, came back to India in 2011 for good. And since then, I've been here in India, and I was working with Accenture since 2011 when I came back till 2015 when I joined ProThoughts full-time. And talking about the project management, PMP in particular, or project management trainings, I've conducted around, since 2015 till date, I've conducted around 5,000 hours of training in project management, out of which 120 plus PMP workshops alone based on PMBOK 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 120 plus PMP workshops, and then I've trained 2,000 plus candidates as well, mentored a little more than that. I have around 30,000 plus LinkedIn followers. I've maxed out my limit, so if anybody wants to follow me, please don't send me a request to connect, because I've maxed it out. LinkedIn is not allowing that. So I keep on posting a lot of updates about project management on the LinkedIn profile of mine. Okay, and other clients where I've worked in the last 20 years, around 18 plus years. Those are the last few bullet points. So that's about me, okay? And about ProThoughts in short as an organization. So ProThought is one of the global PMI REPs, okay? And also from next year onwards, we have also qualified as a PMI ATP. It's no more, there is no concept of REP going forward from next year. I'm just going to talk about that in the upcoming slides. You need to get that clarity as well, okay? And then we are also the official distributors of RMC publications, Rita Mulkei. That's what most of the people know about. So RMC publications in India. We have offices, 2 offices out of which we operate globally. Both the offices are in India, in Pune and Mumbai. I operate from the Pune office, okay? And we pre-COVID, before COVID, we used to conduct classroom trainings as well for a lot of trainings, not only PMP. So we were present for classroom trainings in 6 cities in India and a lot of other locations in Middle East like Dubai, Saudi and all, and Southeast Asia as well, like Singapore, Myanmar, a lot of other places. So Middle East and Southeast Asia were our focus geographies, okay, for the training. And we have trained around 5,000 professionals so far, 10,000 hours of training across 300 batches. And the courses that we, certification courses that we offer are PMP, CAPM, PGMP, the disciplined agile. Now it's called DASM. They have renamed the certification. It's no more CDA. And then MS Project tools training, and then a lot of customized corporate trainings as well. We have offered 1 day, 2 day, 4 day trainings in project management, behavioral trainings, a lot of other trainings that we offer for the corporates. So we are associated with around 50 plus corporate clients. We are also present in several B schools, MBA schools. You can see the names here. And in the last 5 years, we have got quite a few recognition. The first ever that we got back in 2015 was by the CIO Review magazine, Times Group, who considered us among the top 100 startups in India. And then you can see the other names like Your Story published our story in 2019 and so on. So there are around 5 recognitions so far we have got. On the right top side, if you see, so it's not only the trainings that we do. Yeah, Vismay, I think others are able to hear. So we'll talk about Satyajit, about the changes between the old and the new one. That's what we will be covering in. So let me just reply to Vismay here. Others are able to hear. So please check on your side. Okay. Okay, coming back to our topic. This is all about ProThoughts in short. So if you look at the right side top corner, so we have been conducting classroom trainings, which is right now on hold because of the COVID thing. So online trainings, which are the live sessions like this one, and then self-paced e-learning, where you get the recorded videos at your own pace, you can go through it. That's another option. And then corporate trainings. That's the training part of our business. Then we also do project management software, advisory and consulting in many corporates. And then we have recently, last year, not recently, it's almost a year now. So last year we bought a platform called Top Project Management, TPM in short we call it, Top Project Management, which is our rich content management and e-commerce platform. So I'll talk about that in a very short, one of the dedicated slides going on. So when we started back in 2015, these were our visions, motto and mantra to be successful as an organization and to make you successful as well. Okay, so we are only into project management. We do a lot of things beyond trainings. Okay, so we are tied up with corporates, with universities. So we do a lot of those things. Okay, and when I talked about TPM, the Top Project Management, there is a bookstore where you can buy a lot of books, ebooks, services, a lot of products and services in project management. And then the other part of that TPM platform is the blogs, articles, news, upcoming webinars, the facts and the surveys, a lot of additional information about project management that you might find it there. topprojectmanagement.com. Okay, so that's the platform. So that was all about ProThoughts and myself. So now coming back to our topic. Okay, so future of PMP. How is it going to change from next year? How the syllabus is changing, the pattern is changing, a lot of things that we need to talk about. Okay, so first of all, when we talk about the upcoming changes, you can break it up into 3 PMI changes. First, the content of the PMI itself is changing, number one. Number two, the way, the structure in which the training and the entire process you need to go through to get certified, that process and the structure is changing. And eventually the PMBOK 7 is coming up. It's not yet official, but probably in 2021 end or 2022 sometime. Then at that point the syllabus will also change. A lot of people have a misconception that from January next year, like in next 30 days itself, 31 days itself, the syllabus is changing. No, syllabus is not changing, because PMBOK 6 is still going to continue. Okay, what is changing? I'll just talk about in one of the few slides. So all the changes that is going to be effective from January 2nd. Earlier it was supposed to be effective from July 1, but because of the pre-COVID thing and many other factors, they postponed it to January 2nd. Okay, and so far no communication from PMI that's going to extend further. So as of today, that we know, it is going to change from January 2nd. Okay, we are yet to talk about what is the change. And then PMBOK 7 is not coming on January 2nd. It might come in mid of next year, end of next year, or maybe in 2022. The draft version was out, we reviewed it, but still officially PMI has not launched it. And the day they launch, it's not like overnight, the very next day the exams are effective based on that. That cannot happen. So if they announce it, say in June next year, but by the time it will be effective, it will be end of next year, right? So it takes a couple of months for that to effective. A lot of things has to change. They cannot do that overnight. So right now syllabus is not changing. Okay, that's in short. Then what is changing? So the way the evaluation was happening earlier, the weightage of the questions in the exam, like say for example earlier till now, even today if you take the exam, or tomorrow if you take the exam for PMP, you will be evaluated, and the weightage of the questions that you will get in the exam were based on 5 domains. Old means the current pattern, which is till December 31st this year. Okay, so right now, initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and closing, and you can see the percentages, right? 13% question from initiating, so 200 questions, so 26 questions from initiating, 48 questions from planning, and so on, right? That is the official weightage announced by PMI till this year. Starting January 2nd, the domains based on which the question weightage will come is changing. Now they are not going any further with initiating to closing. Rather than that, they're saying the 3 new domains are people, process, and business environments. Okay, I'll come back to that again on this slide once more to talk about it. But if you can see the talent triangle on the right side, the picture, this is all about people, process, and business. People is all about interpersonal skills, leadership, right? All the interpersonal skills and leadership related questions, that will fall under people, which is 42% weightage. Then comes the technical project management, which is 50% weightage. Half of the question paper, 100 questions out of 200 are technical project management, process oriented, process based questions. Okay, and strategic and business environment, that is the third one, business environments, that is just 8%. That's your alignment as a project manager with the vision of the organization, vision of the portfolio, the strategic goals, and making sure that your project is not doing anything outside of that, and dealing with the project goals, portfolio goals, and based on that, what is good for the project. So seeing the big picture in short, that is what is business environment. Okay, strategic thinking. So going back to the previous slide now. So talent triangle, the colorful triangle which you can see is actually copied from the PMI website. It's available on the PMI website as well. So going back to the previous slide. So if you see the weightages of the going forward, how the questions will be: 42% on people management, interpersonal skills, and leadership. Process is technical project management, half of the question paper. Business environment, 8%. Now questions are going to be the same. It's just that alignment. Earlier it was initiating question, now it might be a process oriented, process related question. Question is the same, right? So syllabus is not changing. So this is one big change. And another thing is the way the PMI in the backend will be evaluating your pass and fail in the exam. So earlier the pass and fail was based on evaluating on these 5 domains. Now it will be based on the 3 domains, right? And our anticipation is that they will make it a little tougher to pass the exam as well. Every time they have done the change, it's a history of PMI. So this time is no different. Every time they have come up with a syllabus change, pattern change, the passing criteria has been more tougher and tougher. So we anticipate this thing. This is never they make it official, but this is our own anticipation that the passing criteria might be a little tougher. So if it was 65%, it might become 68% to pass the exam. Nobody knows what's the exact percentage. Okay, so but it keeps on becoming tougher. So that's something you need to keep in mind. And one last change that's also happening from January 2nd, let me just go to the next slide, is see the first bullet point. More questions on Agile. Predictive is nothing but traditional or waterfall methodology. Right now it's 80-20, 20% Agile and 80% waterfall approximately. Now it's official 50-50. So from next year onwards, expect more questions on Agile. So if you are Agile certified already, there are like 200 plus 256 certifications available in the market for Agile. Whether you call it Scrum, Lean, Safe, XP, Disciplined Agile, a lot of them are there. I can keep on naming them. I don't even know all the 256. I know maybe 20-30 of the most popular ones, right? So many approaches are there in Agile. So here they're not talking about any one specific Agile approach or methodology. They are just talking about Agile as a mindset. Okay, if you understand that, you will be able to fit into any of those certifications, any of those other methodologies. Okay, so here it's 50-50 now going forward. So if you are already into Agile, already certified into one of the forms of Agile, probably it will be easier for you to crack the exam and going forward in the upcoming pattern. Okay, and another thing is, till now we used to have the 5 process groups, the 10 knowledge areas, and the ITTOs based on which the processes used to come, right? Exams questions used to come. Now they are talking about the 3 domains, and under these domains we have tasks and enablers. Now what are those tasks and enablers? That itself is more than an hour's details, so we are not getting into that. If you want to know about the details of the tasks and enablers for each of the 3 domains, you can go to pmi.org, go to the PMP certification from the certification drop down, and you can download the latest exam content outline, ECO. You can call it as ECO. So there is a current ECO, which is for the current pattern, existing one, and then there is a new ECO. Both are there available, so you can download both to see the difference. Okay, about these tasks and enablers. It's in very detail talked about that in that. Okay, so it's freely available. Anybody can go and download those ECO exam content outline. Okay, they are changing that to talk about earlier it was 5 process groups, now the 3 initiating till closing is changing to people, process, business, and these are the new tasks and enablers under each of them. So all those alignments are done, which you will be able to access easily. Okay, so please access that if you want to know the details about the tasks and enablers. I told you where to go. pmi.org, certifications, PMP. Go there. On the top right side, you will find the exam content outline, both the older current one and the upcoming one. Okay, so 2 big changes. One, the domains are changing from 5 to 3, and Agile weightage is increasing, but Agile was still there. In current pattern also it's 20% there. It's just that the weightage of that is increasing to 50%. That's all. So syllabus is still the same. So a lot of people have a misconception syllabus is changing. No, because PMBOK 7 is not coming. I'm iterating that once more. Okay, so that was about the content changes. Now that was the content change. Now another big thing that is changing. You saw that authorized training partner logo in my profile, right in the middle next to my picture. Why I put that is you need to understand one thing is the way the PMI is dealing with the institutions like ProThoughts is also changing. So the option that you will be getting, I reached the maximum number of attendees attending the webinar. Okay, so thanks for everyone for dialing in. So I think we have maxed out. So we have a full house. No single additional people can dial in here. Okay, cool. So the next thing that is changing, I hope content wise you understood. Now you need to understand the institution whom you are going to get the training and the 35 PDUs, certificate and everything, how you need to deal with them. Okay, and which institute you should be looking out for. So going forward, right now the way it has been working till date, since last 20 years, since 1999 till date, around 20 plus years, the way the PMI has been dealing with, they were registering the institutes and allowing them to conduct the PMP program as per their will, and they were calling them as registered education providers, REPs. So ProThoughts was also one of the global REPs. We are still, till December, we are still the global REPs with PMI. So global registered education. Global means we can conduct these sessions anywhere. There are corporate REPs, there are country specific REPs and global REPs. So we were global REPs conducting the sessions across. Okay. So, and as an institution, once you become an REP, till date, after that, the institution can decide who the trainer is going to be, which study material they want to train you based on with. Everything was decided by the REPs, right? And that's how it was going. But going forward, that's not the case. Now they are changing the REP system to ATP system. ATP means authorized training partners. So what it means is that now all these institutions who have been REPs, and even the ones who are not the REPs, they are asked to reapply to PMI to become authorized by the PMI to conduct the PMP trainings. And PMI now is very strict. Earlier they were very casual in allowing okay, somebody was trying to attend and he could not attend. I'm really sorry for the people who are dialing in late. We are full house, so let me just say, don't show it again. Okay, fine. So the way it works is, now going forward will be that the training institutes are first supposed to apply. So they are going through a very stringent evaluation process. Now they're not allowing everyone, all the institutes, to become an ATP. So the number of institutions who will be offering the PMP will be reduced, right? So that is one. So there are normal ATP and premier ATP. So like ProThoughts is one of the premier ATPs, and I'll tell you what the difference is going forward. So not two types of ATPs they are creating, normal and premier. So the way it is working going forward is, first they are authorizing the institutes and they're not authorizing everyone, just like how they were doing it. So the selection process is much stricter than what it was for the REPs. That's one. Now that the ATP is authorized, now the training institute, the ATPs are told, tell us who your trainers will be. Please provide the profile of your trainers. So we had to provide the profile of the trainers to the PMI. The profiles were evaluated. They rejected few, they accepted few. The trainers who got accepted, they had to go through a train the trainer session with PMI, and they had to clear an exam with PMI. Only then they are authorized trainers now to conduct the PMP sessions. So now they are controlling not only the institution, who the trainer is going to be. They can reject the trainers, they can approve, and after even approving, they have to go through the exact training, train the trainer, TTT, train the trainer sessions of with PMI, and based on that take the exam and clear it. So I cleared that last week, and I got the approval last week, and the badge I got just 3 days back. Just, I think, did before yesterday or something. So I recently only got the badges. Okay, so approval came last week itself. So and then it's not here, stop only here. After the trainers are approved, still one more thing they want to control PMI going forward is the study material that we are passing on to you. So the way they are working now is, the PMI is created a specific student PMP manual or a PMP student manual. So we have to, so if 15 people are coming for the training, we have to buy 15 manuals from PMI and pass it on to each of you. So everybody gets a student manual, official manual from the PMI. Okay, and it is on a PMI platform. So they have created a very user-friendly, very easy navigational platform, which is they are calling it as a PMI choice platform. So you will be able to access the soft copy of the student manual. Okay, very user-friendly, like a Kindle version. You can switch the pages, and I love that UI of that student manual, which they are providing to the students. Okay, so I have an instructor manual version of the similar type, but each of you will be getting a student manual, which we will get it, buy it from PMI, and we are forced It's not like it's an optional thing. We have to buy it and pass it on to you. It comes with the 35 PDUs that if you want to become eligible for PMI, you need to get this student manual. Okay, and so what PMI is saying is now PMBOK is not enough for preparing for the exam, because PMBOK was never enough. A lot of institutes used to train based on PMBOK. PMBOK had a lot more than, means PMBOK is just a reference guide. So PMI itself now is saying that the student manual plus the PMBOK 6 plus there is an agile practice guide, minimum these three, and plus if you want maybe Rita 10 book. Rita has come up, by the way. They have upgraded from Rita 9 to Rita 10. We are the official distributors. We have that in stock as well in India. So Rita 10 books, physical books, if you want, we have that in stock. So you can always connect with us. So Rita 10 is based on the new pattern. Okay. So all these things, but the basic minimum study materials that you need to go through going forward will be one, the student manual, which is a mandatory thing. Along with that, the PMBOK 6 and the Agile Alliance guide. If you don't want the PMBOK 6, you can go with the Rita 10 as well. Student manual plus Rita 10 or student manual plus the PMBOK and Agile Alliance guide. So one of the two combinations. And plus, once you get the access to the PMI choice platform, it's not only the student manual. They have created, I think in double digits, a lot of high quality videos on a lot of different topics, which are the PMP topics. So very effective, high quality videos, which is accessible to you, and plus a lot of templates of the documents, and it's a lot of things that you are getting the access to on the PMI choice platform as a student, as a PMP aspirant. Okay, so they are controlling the institution, the trainer, and the study materials now to ensure good quality is passed on to you, because they realized a lot of institutions very cheap offering PMP and horrible quality of delivery that they are doing. So they are making stringent process to make sure that the quality output is coming out in the trainings and in the study materials. Okay, so these are a few of the things that I just wanted to tell you here. And as the PMI choice platform, I just show you, this is what I just want. I think I just covered, right? So authorized training partner, the institute has to become that first, then the trainer has to be authorized as well, and then the material has to be from the PMI as well, at least the basic minimum. That you can think about it as a textbook. And then there are guides as well supporting it, which you can go through as well, if that's an optional thing. Okay, so all the three things, and you are getting all and access to other things like videos and high quality videos on the different topics, plus the you're getting these templates of the documents that you create, plus a lot of these learnings that you do. They are created in a very user friendly way on this PMI choice platform, which you can refer throughout anytime. Okay, so all these things is making a very different way now PMI is approaching the whole thing. Okay, so there is one question before I move ahead that I think I can answer it here. So Satyanarayan is asking, how come Rita 10 come up with without PMBOK 7 edition? So Satyanarayan, see, PMBOK 6 is still the same, but the pattern has changed, means more weightage on Agile, right? So Rita 9 did not talk too much about Agile because they knew only 20% weightage. So now they have to talk more about Agile. Plus they have to change about they cannot talk about the 5 process groups, rather the people process business, that was never there in Rita 9. So if the pattern is changed, because Rita 9 is a PMP specific study material. PMBOK 6 is not a PMP specific study material. Whether you go for CAPM, PMI still says refer PMBOK. For PMP, refer PMBOK. For many other certification exams of PMI, they say PMBOK is our guide. That's why they themselves never say that PMBOK is good enough. You need to have few other supporting materials as well. Yes, so once PMBOK 7 comes, hopefully Rita 11 has to come, Arvindam. So without Rita 11 coming out, Rita will become insignificant. If PMBOK 7 comes out, Rita 11 has to come out. Okay. So Pritam, the deck will not be shared, but you can get the recorded videos if you want. You can drop an email. I'll show you the contact details at the end, and you can get the access to the recorded videos. So Rita, but PMBOK 7 will when PMBOK 7 will come out, that nobody knows. It might come out in 2022, or end of 2021. So you want to wait for 1 year, 1.5 years. If you're planning to do PMP, just get it done. And when it comes out, just upgrade yourself. Just learn about the delta. Like I got certified in PMBOK 4, 5, 6. I keep on upgrading myself. That is a learning. So you have to be in a learning curve, right? Think about a doctor. He gets a medical degree. Some new research comes out in medical science. Does he have to go through a complete medical degree again? No. But to stay competitive in the market, he has to upgrade his knowledge as well in the medical science, right? About the new research. It's the same thing here for you. If you become PMP certified, every time a change happens, upgrading yourself will always be there. Otherwise, you will not be able to stay competitive in the market. But PMP certification, you can, whenever you want to do, just get it done. Don't delay. Don't say, oh, I'll wait for PMBOK 7. You don't even know when it will come out. I also don't know. Unless PMI don't officially announce, nobody knows that, right? So we have seen a draft version. So student manual from PMP is not enough, Salin, because that is only talking about, primarily focus is agile there in that student manual. That's what I've gone through the whole manual. I'm in the process. I'm in the middle of conducting the training session on the new pattern. So I exactly know I've gone through the whole instructor and the student manual. So it's primarily focused on what is missing in the PMBOK and RITA 9 that is being covered in that manual. That's why I'm saying the manual plus the PMBOK 6 together will be a good combination. Preetham, even I have heard a lot of things, right? So I don't know. I have heard Trump is not leaving the office. So I really don't know. So you don't please believe on facts and figures. If PMI is not announced yet, I don't want to talk about that because it's all predictions, right? If you want to believe on predictions and based on that decide your planning, I think it's a bit risky. It's not recommended. Okay. So that is one thing. And yeah, new exam outline is available, Gunjan. You can just go to pmi.org, as I said, go under certifications, PMP, and you will find both the exam content outlines, current one, upcoming one. So you can download both and see the delta difference as well. Okay, those tasks, enablers, in very detail, the difference is there. So Gaurav, I'm not doing the counseling right now. If you want to get that done, we can talk separately. Let's not divert from the focus of the changes right now. Okay, if I get time at the end, probably I will take this up. Primary focus is to talk about the changes here. Okay, who should go for PMP and all those? I think we have conducted a separate session. We keep on conducting those, so you can attend those as well, or you can ask for the recorded sessions of those. Okay, and there was one, I think I missed out on one question. A lot of additional questions came up. So what are the changes between the old and the new one? So Satyajit, I think I'm answering your question. I wanted to wait for it because that is what we were going to talk about it. And the new documents required. So Francis, the new documents, I did not get the question. New documents required for what? So it will be the student manual, the PMBOK 6. If you are asking for preparation, I've already covered that answer as well. And I think from there onwards, I think I answered. Will RITA 11 be published? Yes, 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 yes. So Hood Khalifa is saying, so what is the best set of materials? So one thing, Hood, is student manual, you are bound to get it. You just cannot avoid that, right? So student manual on the PMI choice platform, that is something you will be getting. So that is a PMI, directly PMI is coming from the PMI to you, right? Only ATPs can offer that. PMI is not going to give those material to anybody outside of the ATPs. And if we are training 15, we only can get 15 from them. It's a license-based thing. We have to pass on that access key to you. You need to key in and access the book, the student manual online. So that is one. And plus, along with that student manual, now PMI is saying, PMI will say their own materials, right? So they will say along with student material, either the PMBOK 6 plus Agile Practice Guide, these two things. But actually, practically, if I talk about instead of along with the student manual plus Rita 10 is also good enough. No. So Arvind, just because being a student manual, you will not get the student manual. That is something you have to register, attend the session again. If you have not attended it, only those who are getting the 35 PDUs now are authorized to get the student manual. Okay, so and they are pretty particular about the copywriting and all those things for that. So they're not allowing that multiplying. So you can just read the book online on the PMI Choice platform. Believe me, you will love that platform. Very user friendly. Lot of things. I just told you 2 or 3 things. There are a lot of additional things available which will help you to prepare for PMP. These are the 2-3 most important things, like the videos on different topics, the templates, and the student manual. Plus, few other things are there, and they keep on adding. They've just started, so they're adding more content there, and all are officially from PMI. Yes, so if you have done the PMP training, you will have to attend as a refresher course, and with that, you will have to pay for that student manual all over again. Because student manual, they're not giving, oh, whoever have attended it, just give the student manual to all of them for free. PMI is not doing it. They're charging per student manual, and they're only giving. You cannot get it directly from PMI. You have to come to an ATP. We have to get it from them and pass it on to you. So we are the intermediaries between you as a PMP aspirant and PMI as the certifying body. So student manual, believe me, you will love it. Okay, it's pretty good. I've gone through it, and the way they are defining everything, the stress they have given on agile, which is an upcoming thing, and agile as a mindset rather than one specific approach. Like you can become a Scrum Master, CSM certification, right? Many of you might be a CSM certified, but when we talk about SAFe, you cannot. You just know a high level, but people will not take you for SAFe. If you are SAFe certified, SAFe Agilist, becoming CSM will be a. So here it's not talking about any one specific agile approach. Agile is a mindset which fits into everything. They're talking about Scrum as well, SAFe as well, and all the other methodologies. It's not specific to one. That makes it a little more powerful rather than one specific approach. Okay, and the student manual is actually having just 5 chapters. The way they have created the student manual for Agile, you can see the 5 lessons, right? I'm just taking a screenshot of the manual, the table of contents, which is having. So this the 5 lessons, just have a look at it. Creating a high performance team, starting the project, doing the work, keeping the team on track, and keeping the business in mind. And under each of these lessons, there are a lot of topics, topic A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and so on, right? And under these topics, there are a lot of enablers. That's how they have created the entire student manual. And the mapping, how these are mapped with the exam content outline tasks, that is also very well explained, okay, throughout. Okay, so there is a question. What am I going to get? Just paid the fee one day before. Am I doing this Get Students Manual? So Chandrasekhar, I don't know whom you have paid it, whether they are going to be the ATPs. Is it ProThoughts? If it's ProThoughts, then you don't have to worry because we are not doing anything on the current pattern. Everything is on the new pattern now, so you are bound to get the manual anyways. If you're paid to someone else, you need to ask them because you cannot get certified with the current. So if it's ProThoughts, you will be getting the manual. If you have enrolled for the upcoming December batch, which I will be conducting starting from December 18th. So that's the second batch. The current one is going on, right? So the second batch starts on December 18th, 18, 19, 26, 27. So for that, each and every one of you who have enrolled will be getting the student manual. So you don't have to worry about that, Chandra. So if you don't get it, just let us know. For sure you will get it. Don't worry about that. We are forced to give it to you. Else our ATP status is at risk. Okay, so it's a compliance thing. Okay, so I think these are repeating of a lot of these additional things that we have covered. just go through it. I'll just wait for a while to go through. You can just go through these bullet points. I think I've explained all of these. Yes, one thing, another one point. Yes, so that's a good point I missed out. Good that it was here. Is that like Udemy, right? Udemy was providing the self-paced learning programs. So going forward, PMI have stopped, is not allowing any ATPs to conduct self-paced learning. So they are not giving 35 PDUs based on the self-paced learning program. It has to be either live classroom or live online, only live sessions. You can create a customized self-paced learning program, a non-35 PDU training program, but 35 PDUs if you want, it has to be a live session, either live online or live classroom. So they are getting away with the self-paced learning. That is one of the reasons a lot of institutes, training institutes who used to do a self-paced learning, like example is Udemy, they are getting away with the PMP program. Quality was getting compromised. Okay, that is the basic reason why they are getting away with that. It has to be a little more interactive. That's why they are not allowing that.